Welcome to day 12 of 100 days of coding. Today I'll be guiding you on the topics of sets and tuples of Python. Now, in this presentation, we will delve into the essential concepts of sets and tuples in Python. What are sets? Sets are collections that hold unique items without any particular order, making them ideal for representing distinct elements. On the other hand, tuples are immutable sequences that can store a variety of items, providing a reliable way to handle group data. Familiarity with these data structures is crucial for effective programming and optimization in Python. Now let's understand sets in details. Well, what is sets? How do we define it and characterize it? Sets are unordered collection of unique elements ideal for membership test with time complexity of 1 as average. How do you create sets? You can construct sets using curly braces or the set function automatically removing duplicates from input. So suppose if you have 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that second 2 is automatically removed since it's a duplicate from the input. Now, what are the operations of set that it supports? It can support union, intersection, difference, which are very essential for data analysis tasks. Now, what is union? Suppose there is a set A which has 1 to 5 and there is a set B which has 1 to 10. Now, what does union represent? All the numbers from A and the numbers from B are put together and the duplicates are automatically deleted from the input. So, 1 to 10 is represented. Now, what is intersection? A has 1 to 5 and B has 1 to 10. Intersection are the common numbers between A and B. So 1 to 5 is a part of A intersection B. What is the difference? What are the number of elements in A? 5. Number of elements in B is 10. So the difference between the number of elements of A and B is 5. So this is again used for data analysis task. Mutable and methods. So what is it? Sets are mutable. That means elements can be changed. Methods like add and remove can be used to manipulate a set, whereas immutable such as tuples cannot be used to change the order to add or to remove elements once a tuple is formed. Now, it is ideal for situation needing uniqueness such as tracking visitors, filtering duplicates, and membership test. Let's see some advanced set concepts. Frozen sets is an immutable version of set useful for data integrity. Set comprehension is a concise set creation similar to list comprehension enhances readability. So what does set comprehension does? Suppose if you have a set of numbers, in a list there can be duplicates, but a set does not have duplicates. In this way, it is easier to read them, easier to comprehend them. Performance wise as well, sets are much more efficient than lists because it benefits a larger data set. It is a non-hashable type, which means sets contain only hashable items guiding proper data structuring. You will more learn about hashing in under data structure and algorithm. For now, hashable items are those which can guide data structures and the data system. So anything which is hashable can be a set. Anything non-hashable is not a set. Another application of sets is in data science, which is it aids in deduplication and analysis of unique items quickly. Now let us see some tuple concepts. Tuples in Python offer a reliable way to handle collection of immutable data, means data which cannot be changed once done. So they are easier to manage due to their fixed nature and are particularly useful in scenarios requiring data integrity. Now if you have one base data or something is a base of a concept and you do not want it to be changed throughout the whole scenario or throughout a whole case is carried out, in that case you can use a tuple. But in case if you want to add or remove something from it, sets is a better option. You can use them as a part of dictionary keys or to return multiple values from a single function. Now, how do you define and what are the characteristics of tuple? A tuple is an ordered collection of elements that is immutable in Python. So what is it? Its characteristic is it is ordered collection and it is immutable. And it can be defined as a set. It's a collection. Just like a set is a collection, even a tuple is a collection. And it is mainly found in Python and it is immutable, means values cannot be changed once entered. Now, how do you create a tuple? Tuples are created by placing parentheses, elements within parentheses. Suppose there's an example, my tuple. Now, my tuple is created with single brackets 1, 2, 3. Sets is with curly brackets, which is the second bracket. Now, tuple versus list, if you compare them, tuples typically provide better performance due to immutability and fixed size. Now, you see, sets can be added or removed. So, there is no particular size or fixed number in size sets. But in tuples, you have a fixed number and size. So, performance is much better because it is immutable and it has a fixed size. Now, how do you unpack tuples? Tuple unpacking allows for easy assignment of elements to variables. Now, supposedly, if you have my tuple variable as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now you want to unpack them. Once you unpack them, you can easily assign them to variables, unlike sets. Tuples are used when integrity of a collection must be maintained, such as keys in a dictionary. Now, let's see some advanced tuple concepts. Nested tuples, which utilizes complex data representation through inner tuples. These parts won't be asked in your exam, or this is not integrally a part of your syllabus. But again, this is a very important concept in case you want to know Python properly. Then you have named tuples, which enhances code readability with tuple-like objects having attributes. Then we have tuple methods, which includes useful methods such as dot count, dot index, dot length for element manipulation. Then we have tuple performance, which is faster iteration and it has better access compared to list due to immutability. And its application is mostly in data handling, while sets application is in data science, its handling is mostly in data handling because it uses immutable records in database for structured data integrity. Let us see some illustrative examples of set uses. How to create and effectively modify set using Python. So, to provide a particular information list is provided to you which has new items into it. Now you do want to add new items and you want to remove some of the existing items. It can be very well done using sets. It is essential operation on set demystified. Now what is demystified? You do not have anything to worry about that this might happen in future. Sets are very clear. It's either there or it is not there, and its methodology are used very clearly to merge different sets together as well as to pinpoint or extract elements that are common or shared. Next, illustrative examples of set code. You can create a set in Python by using either curly brackets or built-in set function which initializes a new set. To add an element, you can employ the add method for a single item or update method to add multiple items simultaneously. Now, how to remove an element efficiently? When you need to remove an element from a set, you can use either the discard method, which won't raise an error for non-existent items, or the remove function, which does exist errors in case there is a non-existent items. Now, key operations you can use to perform sets. Familiarize yourself with important set operations such as union, as I said, which combines sets, and intersection, which identifies common space. I have spoken about both of them. Now, you need to understand the use of frozen sets in Python if you want to learn advanced Python. Now, what does it do? Frozen sets are immutable versions of sets. So, there are sets which are mutable and there are some sets which are not mutable, which are immutable. These are known as frozen sets. They offer advantages in scenarios where data handling and data integrity are required. Now let us see some code examples of tuples. First, you must know how to access and create a tuple. A tuple consists of three integer values. Retrieving the first element illustrates the sequential arrangement of tuples. Employed name tuples. Name tuples are not a part of your examination, but it is a very important topic for advanced Python. Unpacking tuple is again a not part of your examination, but a very important topic. So breaking a tuple into separate variables makes it easier to manage multiple returned outcomes. And employing named tuples improves clarity by enabling access through named fields rather than numerical indices. What are methods for tuples? Focus on count to identify occurrences, index to locate the position of values, length to understand how long the tuple is. These are the most important and very much used functions of tuple and do come in exam. Now, suppose what are the type of questions you can accept in exam? Supposingly you can get combine two sets. They'll give a program. You need to combine two sets and then show the output. After that, you have to show the intersection. Maybe you might have to show their union. You might have to show the difference, their complement. These are common examples. Again, adding duplicates. If you attempt to add a duplicate element to a set, Python will ignore the addition. So that is a very important concept you must remember. Checking membership. Membership function is extremely important when it comes to sets. You can check the existence of an item in a set using in this keyword. Sets cannot contain sets. Now this is a very important topic. That is, a particular set which is mutable cannot contain another set, but a frozen set can contain another set. Alright. Now let's understand some differences between mutable and immutable. We have spoken a lot about mutable and immutable. So sets are mutable and allow modification. Tuples are immutable and cannot be changed. So they do not allow modifications. Membership testing can be done for checking the presence of an element which is in mutables. Nested structures, set contains other structures, tuples contain mutable objects. So tuple contains objects, set contains other sets. Usage situation, sets are used for unique collection, tuples are used for data handling or fixed data. Some comprehensive insights into the concepts of sets. Now, what are the fundamental principles of understanding sets? A set is defined as a mathematical collection. You have learned a lot about functions and unions and sets in mathematics. This is similar in Python too. A set is defined as a mathematical collection that contains distinct, unique elements, meaning the duplicates are allowed within its structure, but the duplicates are automatically removed from the Python. Now next, exploring various operations that can be performed on sets. Now, what are the various operations that can be performed on sets? Includes union, intersection, combination of particular two sets, difference between them, to identify the common elements shared is intersection again. And other than this, set manipulation, dot add function, dot remove function are very important. Application of set in real world are mainly used in data management, data science, and data interpretation. Now let's say some coding questions which can come from tuple. Can a tuple contain mutable elements? Yes, a tuple can contain mutable elements, but tuple itself is immutable. Once a tuple is created, it cannot be changed, but the elements in the tuple can be changed. So yes, a tuple can contain elements such as lists or dictionaries. While the tuple itself is immutable, the mutable objects inside can be modified. As I said, how do you convert a list to a tuple? You can convert a list to a tuple using tuple function. For example, my tuple is equal to tuple within bracket your list name. Suppose here the list name is my list. So my tuple is equal to tuple within bracket my underscore list. What is the advantage of using tuples? The main advantage of using tuples are their immutability, their performance efficiencies, which makes them suitable for fixed collections and data handling. How can I use tuples as dictionary keys? Tuples are hashables, whereas sets are not hashables. So tuples are hashables due to which their immutability and making them suitable as dictionary keys. Now let's recap the concepts. Sets are unordered collection of unique elements. They provide efficient membership testing with average of O of 1 time complexity. So the time complexity is 1. Common operations are union, intersection, difference, which are commonly used for set manipulation. Dynamic, they're very dynamic and you can easily add or remove elements showing flexibility. Frozen sets offer a way to create immutable sets that can be used as dictionary keys. Alright, so sets itself has two types: mutable sets, immutable sets. Remember that. Immutable means frozen sets, all sets are mutable. Now let's see some key features of tuples. Tuples represent a distinct data structure characterized as an ordered and immutable collection of items. This means that once a tuple is created, the sequence of elements it contains is fixed and cannot be changed, ensuring that the integrity of the data remains intact throughout its use in a program. Now, when you navigate tuple elements, accessing elements in a tuple is straightforward and it is an intuitive process. So, what is an intuitive process? It automatically flows in that way. By utilizing indexing technologies, .index, open and close bracket, similar to those used in list, you can easily and effortlessly retrieve specific items from a tuple. This familiarity allows for quick data manipulation and retrieval in various programming questions. Next, named tuples greatly improve both code readability and overall usability by assigning meaningful names to the values within the structures. This allows, if you know advanced Python, in that case, as a developer, it will allow you to access data using descriptive labels instead of relying solely on numeric values or numeric indexes. Now, suppose if you have 300 items in a tuple, in that case, it is very difficult for you to access it through index. So, if you have labels, it is easier. So, named tuples are easier to access for programmers or developers. And numeric indexes which have like huge values, like huge tuple values, like suppose there are 500 elements, 300 elements, 200 elements. In that case, it can lead to confusion or error during coding. So named tuples at that time used, they're very effective in that case. Now, tuple unpacking serves as an efficient mechanism for managing multiple return values from functions. By allowing developers to assign each value to a variable in a clear and concise manner, it streamlines the coding process significantly. You are ultimately enhancing both the readability and the clarity of the code. Now, due to their immutable characteristics, tuples are frequently utilized for data representation in scenarios where maintaining data integrity and stability is of utmost importance. The quality and the quantity makes them ideal for storing critical data. Alright, unlike sets, tuples are immutable, so it's very good for in case you have to store fixed number of data. Now let's have some recap on sets. Sets can be created with double curly brackets or the set function and manipulated using methods. Tuples are created with single brackets or the basic brackets and offer limited methods for data access. Error handling is critical when dealing with mutable versus immutable types and partible. Mutable as in sets, whereas frozen sets are immutable and tuples are all immutable. Utilize comprehension. Comprehensive provides a concise way to generate sets. Now, applications and uses. Sets for deduplication. Sets excel in tasks requiring unique item management such as deduplication. Deduplication, that means the process of not allowing something to duplicate is known as deduplication here. Tuples for the fixed data. Tuples are perfect for fixed data storage such as database records. Impacts on performance. Understanding when to use sets versus tuples can greatly impact performance and maintainability. When you have a question, you need to see whether you need to use sets or tuples. If you need to change the value, if you need to add or remove in that question, then it's sets you will go to. But if the value is fixed and if you want to convert it into a dictionary later, maybe dictionary keys, in that case tuple is a better option. Both data structures are key to efficient coding practices in Python. Now let's see some applications of tuples and sets. Sets are used in data science and algorithm designs. Sets assist in data cleaning by managing unique values. Tuples can store fixed records. Sets enhance performance in searching algorithm. Tuples facilitate structured data handling. Database management system. Tuples are the best source of database management system, while sets can maintain unique keys for indexing. In real-world modeling, tuples are used to model data entries, while sets can represent group of unique identifiers like user IDs or tags. Alright, that's all for today. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.